And welcome to the Electric Wednesday Unplugged podcast with your hosts, Otter.
And Alex.
Yeah, we're back. Did you miss us? I missed me all the time. We bring you every week the wonderful dulcet tones of the Electric Wednesday open mic here in Joliet, Illinois. And we'll have guests come on that are part of the open mic, performers, artists, comedians, whatever floats their boat. And interview them, talk about what they like to do, and plug their shit, too, as well, which is always fun.
And we have a special guest today.
Oh.
We have Katie Dulny, the creator of Electric Wednesday.
Hello.
Oh.
Oh.
Sultrily just speaking into a microphone like, hello.
Hello.
The creative brains behind the Electric Wednesday idea.
Yes. Welcome. Yeah.
Thank you, guys.
Woo!
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's popping in here.
Yeah.
So, Katie, welcome to the podcast.
Thanks for having me, guys.
Angie's falling asleep. And scene. So we're going to ask you a couple questions about the open mic and whatnot. A lot of the same ones we asked Zach on our last episode. But I want to hear your take on it. One of them I remember doing for him is at any point during the open mic, did you have a thought that this might not last?
Never.
Never?
No,
Right.
the energy was always there. And I mean, every night, even though sometimes like it would start off slow, but 9 o'clock would hit, people would pile in. And it's just one of those things like you can't have no hope for it, you know, because it's always there. And even if we have our bad days, it's like.
Well, yeah, we were talking to Zach about it. I remember 2 winters ago, it was dead, like a lot, like quite often.
Yeah.
And this winter was way worse.
No one
completely
could.
the opposite.
Yeah.
Like, it was insane. I was
You could barely even get there, let alone see what you're doing. But you're like,
But people
fucking,
showed
I'm
up.
coming.
Yeah.
Yeah.
People showed up. It was amazing.
It was really.
and that was lots of support, Joliet scene for sure.
So what inspired you to put it together and start it?
It actually started one day. It was a really hot summer day, and I was sitting at the Donut, just got off of work, and wanted a cold beer. It was just me and Stan at a bar, maybe like a Marine Joe or someone, someone that's always there. And I was also just having the thought, like lately, like, man, all my friends are musicians. Everybody's doing something, but they're just in their garage. They're just jamming with each other, and I wanted to give a place that like they can come and do this and like try to build a scene in Joliet, because you had people always saying like Chicago or let's go somewhere else or let's move, let's get the hell out of here. But like, why not start a scene? And so basically I just bit my tongue and like was like, fuck it, I'm gonna ask Stan. And I was like, hey Stan, what do you think about an open mic? He's like, I had to explain obviously like what I was talking about,
what it was,
and like musician. I said
What is
basically
this word open?
Well, he used to have like once in a while he'll get like the cover bands that went in there, like the older folks, and like so he knew like live music kind of brought him some crowds. And honestly, it wasn't the full reason why I wanted to. It was for the Joliet scene. It was mostly because I seen him struggling with the business, and you go in there any day besides a Wednesday or a Friday, Saturday, and it's just him and old Stan, and he would always just was saying he was kind of struggling. I wanted to do something that we would all be supportive in it, helping him and also helping the scene. But yeah, that's pretty much it.
It's awesome.
Yeah.
And it's exploded in the last 6 months.
Oh my God, yeah.
So. Like, it's gotten huge.
Yeah, new faces constantly.
Yes, which is great. And it's gotten to the point where we have to now set the sign up earlier so that more people can play, which is a great problem to have. That's an amazing problem to have go on. Because, again, 2 winters ago, you'd show up at 10 and there'd still be slots open. Because no one wanted to come out.
I actually found an old sign-up sheet, because I keep the ones that I like really, really like that I do.
Yeah.
And there was, I don't know if it was you or somebody that was with me. I was like, there's 5 people on this. And it was like,
that's nuts.
Dude,
Yeah,
it was. And it was like, whoa.
And now we're like, we were.
And I knew it was summer because I drew flowers on it and stuff, like.
That's
well,
crazy.
and I like, it's gotten to the point too where we'd have the sign up sheet up, and then more people would show up, and we'd like, okay, 8:45, you'll play here.
Right.
8:30, you'll play here. We started earlier and earlier.
Which is great. So yeah.
We're starting at sign up sheet goes up 7:30 this Wednesday.
I have no idea.
I think it's 7:30.
Yeah, Is it 7:30?
We'll be posting it. For
Yeah,
sure.
it'll be posted.
Because I know it's starting at 8 this week.
Yeah, an hour early.
Which is great because it just gives more time for people
And
to
it's the
perform.
birthday party, so
is.
Yeah.
I don't know if anyone's ever seen that epic picture. I was looking at that picture, and there's people there that don't even come anymore, and half the people aren't even in it that were
that are
a major part of EW.
I think I had to go home. I had work the next
yeah,
day, so
it
I
was,
went home early.
I think we
was
took
just
the
like,
picture, though, also at like 11:30.
I was like, I got to be around kids. I'm going to go to bed. I just don't want to do it.
Yeah.
This year, I'm going to stick around.
Yeah,
stick
annual
around
picture,
this year.
guys, and great bands. Authority Jan. Gonna be playing.
Woo-woo.
Woo.
Raise that roof.
They haven't played in a while, and they're great band.
All right, so we're going to ask you the same asshole question we ask every single person that comes on this podcast.
It's the hardest question
It is
you'll
the
ever
hardest
have to
question.
I know what it
answer.
is, and I have the same answer.
Oh,
I know
no.
Go ahead, shoot. Go ahead, shoot.
What is your favorite memory or moment from Electric Wednesday?
Every one of them.
Oh, no.
I'm just kidding. Honestly, I mean,
Yes, we
it's
get this
like
reaction every time.
It's
It's
the same
great.
answer. I mean, and that's what's great about it because it's every time.
It's crazy.
I mean, I really enjoyed when we would get really lucky and Halloween like fell on EW and like cool stuff like that because it's wild.
Yeah.
You know, like it's crazy. It's like a show 10 times though. So yeah, I don't know. Every time, I mean, obviously, like I heard Zach talk about it, and you guys always talk about like the summertime. Obviously, is killer, fire dancers, etc. But yeah, I don't know. All of them. God.
Kids in my basement.
Oh, there's Moondog again.
Moondog just,
Ow.
Hanging out.
just loving life right now.
I really do. I think, like, honestly, there was a few times really in the beginning. I had a better job, unfortunately, but I would, like, buy a bunch of chalk and, like, cream it. I did that, actually, last week, but
Yeah, that was
just
flippin'
cool
awesome.
stuff. I used to do some live art and, like, whatever. Those times are always good because you get a lot of people involved and, you know, stuff like that. But just everything about it, man.
So you mentioned live art, and you are an artist.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if many of the people listening to this, I'm sure a lot of them do know that you're an artist. Just talk a little bit about, what got you into art.
What got me into art really at a young age, my grandma babysit me a lot, so pretty much that was all to do was draw. And I mean, and I just really got into that. My style developed when I was 19 years old, one of the best years of my life. Asleep at the Javelin, I don't know if anyone knows who that is. They're two fun child now, Jordan and Sean Martin, but they would jam in their basement all the time, and it was just one of those being around music and wacky kids,
Yep. And that
my
inspired
style
you.
developed by
Yeah.
listening to live music, watching their band progress, and that's what I try to do now is, like, any band out there, I got an art page, it's called Never Deaf, or whatever, Dead Art Society, check it out. I mean, I really enjoy drawing for bands and stuff like that, so,
Absolutely.
I mean, flyers, anything I can get my little hands on, I will. But
It's
yeah.
awesome. Yeah, Katie does the sign-up sheets every week. There's always an awesome piece of art on every single
I have
sign-up
one
sheet.
hanging on my wall in my bedroom.
It's awesome.
Kate
The Rocket
Lennon's
it's-
got like 3 of them.
I still have the Rocket Raccoon fucking poster
Nice.
hanging on my wall.
Yeah.
I have way too many posters. I was telling somebody the other day, I own a 56 by 34 inch map of Middle Earth.
That's
that I hang on my wall
That's fucking
outside of my
That's
bedroom.
fucking incredible, dude.
Yeah.
That's nothing to be embarrassed
No,
about.
I'm not. It's just one of those things where, like,
You can just stare at it and be like, I want to go there.
Yeah.
I don't know. That looks cool. It's really tiny. I don't know. Tiny town.
Hobbiton.
Hobbits. The
Hobbiton.
Shire. Trademark infringement.
Yeah. Yeah, if anybody from, the Lord of the Rings franchise is listening to this, please do
it
not
off.
just don't listen to what we're saying. Please. I can't afford any type of, lawsuit.
I can't even afford a suit, so I don't know
Lord of
how.
the I've never seen Lord of the Rings.
Oh,
So good.
what?
We need to have an intervention.
Yes.
Oh my god.
We should
They're
start,
really long, I heard.
We should start playing them at Electric Wednesday. That should be on the screen.
Oh,
Yes,
yeah.
yes,
we can
let's
do
do
that
that.
anytime.
Fucking
He's
Lord
got
of the Rings.
VHS player and
Yes.
DVD. So
Yeah,
Dude,
fuck
I'll
yeah.
bring him. I'll bring the extended. We can watch one extended version every open mic.
be amazing.
Each
Halloween,
one's
we had
about
Night of the
4
Living
hours.
Dead
Yeah, it's
playing
a
in the
4-hour.
background.
That
It
was
was really
great.
cool.
That was great.
4-hour
Yeah.
movie.
Holy shit.
Yeah, the extended versions are ridiculously long. They're huge.
You said there was Evil Dead on Halloween?
Yeah.
No, Night of the Living Dead.
Oh, Night of the Living Dead.
Yeah,
Okay.
Night of the Living Dead.
I was gonna say I didn't
There's
remember
that.
Evil
There's
Dead.
Frankenstein. There was a couple we tried to
That's
keep
fucking
on the
awesome.
TV.
I remember
sports.
Frankenstein.
Well, didn't was that the one when the Dead Hands played and they dressed up, the lead singer dressed up
as Dorothy.
As Dorothy.
Yeah, they were members
Yes.
from the Wizard of Oz.
That's fucking awesome.
Bad Saddles was there too.
Bad
Yeah, and they
Saddles
were
was there.
they're
That
the
was
Blues
so
Brothers.
fucking
Yeah, dressed as the
awesome,
Blues
dude.
Brothers. That was
Yeah.
awesome. That was
what a
crazy.
Great band. They're all great bands. Yeah,
I was
Will
in a
Wilcox.
hockey sweater that day, but I got too flipping hot, so I took it off about halfway through the night. I was like, I'm not dealing with this anymore. I sweat too easily.
I don't want to be a
Gross.
hockey player.
So gross.
Mm.
It's so bad.
Hey man, I'm wearing 2 shirts today just because I
Can?
just because I knew I would sweat through this. The one that I have underneath is like some fucking moisture wicking shirt that, like, you know, when you sweat too much, it
Oh,
fucking
fancy shit.
wicks the moisture off of you, so it cools you down. Actually, it's kind of nice. Actually,
That's why I'm wearing black, so you can't even tell. It's just like, oh, he doesn't look like he's done. No, he's fine. It's great.
Just so you guys know, it's fucking hot as shit today.
It is, and it's only like 85 degrees, but the humidity is so high. You're just like,
But the Easy House has got that
Oh,
air.
man, this
Oh,
AC
dude, this
AC is
And a pool in the
fucking
back that we
amazing.
all will be jumping
Yeah.
in our clothes.
Just shoving my head in there later.
Yeah, right.
yes, that's happening. I'll do that with you when we finish this. Just
Oh,
We'll all hold
jump
hands
in.
and jump in together.
That would
The
be
epic-
kind of
epic
cool,
week.
actually.
Hell
Might
yeah.
have to get naked for that.
Oh no.
like we said, Zach is still here naked. So I mean, he just hangs. Zach never left after that episode. He's just hanging naked out in the basement of EZ House. It's weird. We told him to go. He's like, "No, dude, I'm just hanging out." That's my Zach impression. Nah, dude. So there's a lot of shit going on there now with the donut. We have the stand-up showcases we're trying to have every month. We got the kickstarts
Yep.
that are happening. I don't know if we want to talk about those at all.
We tried to last month. We really couldn't do it because there's just so many
There was
shows
a lot
already
on.
going around.
We didn't
town.
even do the stand-up show.
Yeah, we're
that
trying
month.
to do it the 14th of this month. Your band's
My
gonna
band will be
play.
there.
His new band.
This is the way the world ends.
Mm-hmm. Couple others. Brass Kicks, of course.
Awesome. Breast
Who
kick.
killed it
Breast
last
kicks.
night?
They were
so
they were great.
Can we
fucking
just
awesome.
say, crowd was insane. Yeah, word of the day, Breast Kicks.
Yeah, no, they were really good last night. It was nice to see them.
They're a horn player. I go, where's the horn player? Because it's like so killer to see that. And
Technically, it's a woodwind.
he just moved. They're like, he was like, I'm going to Oregon. I was like,
Whoa,
oh man,
wow.
yeah. I was like,
out of
where is he?
nowhere?
He couldn't make it. He's like, no, he moved. I'm like, oh man,
We
short lived.
We will
but
definitely
great.
be having the brass kicks on here.
Oh god,
Yeah.
yeah.
They're so fucking awesome.
They're a really talented bunch. What's it been like seeing guys like when I showed up like a year and a half ago, maybe a year and 3/4 ago? Because October,
A year and a million.
late September of this year will be 2 years for me being there.
Mm-hmm.
What's it like seeing new people come in and just grow?
Amazing.
And come back and come back and come back.
I actually just had a conversation about this. I mean, obviously with you, I've always had that, but Connor McLennan, literally, like, he played one of the songs last night, "Oh Love," and it was one of the ones I requested all the time. When there'd be like the 5 acts at the early W days, and like he'd play that song. And last night I got to hear it with a full band, and it was like, holy shit,
that was awesome.
And I was thinking, I'm like, man, here was this guy I met through Chloe McPhail, and just great artist, great songwriter, everything. And he started doing the open mic, and it was his first time performing and doing all that. And then eventually he met beautiful Colleen, and obviously I remember him being like, I met this bass player, and I'm like, oh my god, you gotta jam with her. And it just became this great thing with those two, and now they just got Marco's in it. And I mean, they got a drummer, and it's great. And that's like, wow. I feel like always like great about that like really makes me proud of like being somehow involved with that. And they're booking shows in Chicago, and like that's awesome. And like Alec, you especially, like watching you from just a stand-up comedy act, and then slower you brought that guitar in and would jam and do your comedy sets, and then bands. I mean, it's cool you can do both.
I try.
That's one of the cool things about Electric Wednesday is
You
it
can do
brings
whatever,
it
yeah.
brings musicians together
To
Like,
collaborate.
it makes it kind of starts bands. I've seen bands start because of, people talking to each other, other musicians talking to each other at Electric Wednesday. It's awesome.
And having that support. I mean,
yeah.
And being like I remember a few people like, oh, I'm scared, like I'm pretty worried about it. I've never played live. I'm like, you don't understand.
Yeah.
Like, it's just like, think about it as your friends are just there. Your friends see you every day jamming anyway, like, and they get the claps and the yells and I mean,
I'm glad you put the S on the end of that.
What?
Come to the donut, you'll get the clap.
Claps. The claps.
Oh man.
Oh, I should hide for Madman.
Yeah.
STD humor.
Yes.
Yeah, but no, it was. I mean, it's always great. Always great. For sure.
Nice.
Yeah, some radio silence here. Just take a moment to soak it in. I had
actually,
a question.
Angie sitting next to me right now is actually involved in
the
name of Electric Wednesday.
Oh, okay.
We were all right when.
Jeez.
Oh, I've been talked about. I gotta go, guys. Fuck this.
Sorry. Yeah, no, it was really funny actually how the name came about. I remember right when I found out Stan gave me the okay, I obviously called Zach right away and was like, all right, you just talked to me about 2 days ago about like really wanting to play live more, having a place to play, like starting a cool scene. I'm like, here it is, and obviously he jumped right on it. And he's just, I mean, I chose him to do it because we were both goofy. We're both, have that artistic mind and I knew it would be fun.
Yes.
And so basically we got the okay and we're like, well, now what the fuck? Like, let's call it something cool, And like Zach's throwing these crazy names, I'm throwing these crazy names, but it was like always too long. We're like magical, magnificent, Wednesdays, or like, and it's just, and finally like John Dilday from Skin Dance actually rode his little bike over. We were sitting outside, me and her under Stan's tree in the back. And we're just hanging out, just kind of thinking of stuff. And he's like, what about Electric Wednesday? So, yeah, John Dilday.
That's awesome.
Props. And it just stuck.
Skin Dance will be here.
Definitely, they'll be on
I
this.
just remember the cool thing, we were worried about the name. We're like, electric. People are just going to think that's like electric guitars and stuff. But I was like, no, if they're cool, they'll get it. Like electric personalities and vibes. And, that's exactly what it's become, too, is just this contagious, awesome, amazing thing.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
Definitely. Faux show.
Fauche, as
my radio
as Zeke would say, fauche.
Fauche.
Faux show.
Totes.
Where is
Totes
Zeke?
my goats.
Totes my goats. He loves saying that.
Zeke should be here right now.
Zeke should be.
I don't know where the fuck he is. We love him though.
Yeah, we do. He's our baby. Sweet baby,
He's
baby
our
doll.
baby.
Sweet baby doll.
Nicest guy I've ever met.
Yeah.
He is the kind of guy that will give the shirt off of his back to any single person that he meets. And he's been one of my best bros for like, I can't even tell you how long that I've known that kid, but before high school. And, during high school we hung out, and then college came, and, you kind of get new groups of friends at college. And I came back, when I finally came back to Joliet, Zeke was there, and it was time to, start the band up. And that's kind of...
My favorite thing about him is no matter who it is that just finished performing, he will walk up to them and shake their hand with both of his hands.
Yes.
He loves
grab
them.
their hand and yes. And it's just like, all right, this guy, yeah. I remember, I think it was Dan from Bass Fest was telling me the other day, he's like, hey, who's that guy from Element Control? Alex. He's like, yeah, what about
A
him?
really nice guy.
For a second, I thought he was talking about you.
Yeah,
And I was like,
I'm not nice.
What about him? And he goes, yeah, he after we played, he came up to us and shook our hands with both of his hands and was like, you guys were great. And he's like, the Dan's just like, no, we weren't. Because that's Bass Fest's thing. It's just, Bass Fest sucks. Bass Fest sucks.
We're not a band. We're not a band.
That was one of the most epic chants I've ever heard in my life.
It really was. That was
They
fantastic.
can get anyone to tell them their band sucks. It's hilarious.
They love it. They thrive off of it.
Yep.
They thrive off of having people tell them that they suck.
That Rivals, one of my favorite odd moments seeing a band. When I was at high school, there was a group called Lord Voldy and the Dark Marks.
Nice.
And they played Harry Potter themed death metal.
What?
But they would make everyone sit down on the floor while they played.
It's
It's like, you are not allowed to sit your ass down. I remember one time one of their shows, some girl got up to answer a phone call. They just berated her. She walked away. It was so funny. They're just like, "Where are you going? Where are you going? No, get your ass back down. Come on, sit down. Sit down." Like you're talking to a dog or something.
You want to get super nerdy right now?
Oh,
There's actually multiple bands that are Harry Potter themed, and if you do a quick YouTube search, you can find all of them. And they're all pretty awesomely awful.
Yeah, Lord Voldy and the Dark Marks. That was good times. Do you have any more questions for Katie?
I mean, we could talk more about Electric Wednesday a little bit. What?
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
a little bit.
You wanna?
Yeah. What? So who is your favorite band to see it at? Like when you see somebody come in the doors and sign up for Electric Wednesday, who is your favorite?
I know you
Red Tones, Alvin Control, Skin Dance, Brass Kicks. God, anyone that's really, really impressed me. I mean, everybody's so impressive, but like, anyone could have seen
no
that.
one could see that, but it was great.
Right,
was
anyway,
Zach was naked again. That's gonna be the running gag for this fucking thing forever.
honestly, I mean, like, my most recent would be obviously, once again, Brass Kicks. Like, watching, because they just developed that band, so that was really cool. But Delta 88, obviously.
Yeah.
Really high energy, crazy punk band, and the boys are nuts. Like, just great, and they play so well together, and they have a good time up there. But, yeah, I mean...
Delta 88 was awesome on Saturday.
Yes.
They were fucking incredible.
Mm-hmm.
Saturday's lineup as a whole was, like, the
Yeah,
whole weekend was amazing.
I tried to start a mosh pit. And nobody wanted to.
No, yeah, I seen you, and I was like, if I felt a little better and I wasn't in heels, I would be right up there with you. You know me.
I wanted to...
That punk showcase was insane. Like, one thing I have to say really quick, Lever.
Yes.
All right,
Yes.
so Lever
Yes.
is a band from Willow Springs. Sorry if I get that wrong. Crystal Lake, one of the two.
Crystal Lake.
Now, this is a band that told me Saturday, thank you so much for, helping out with the scene in Joliet. Like, all you guys are crazy amazing. Joliet is our favorite place to come to. The scene out here is so supportive, so great. One of those things, again, like, being a part of it. Like, I mean, obviously, Angie from Rollins Island and all those guys are doing the showcases and really helping it out. And they're just so gracious. And, God. And
It's
then,
amazing.
And, like, the one time, like, I don't know if you guys remember that guy that came out. He was from Texas, and he did slam poetry. What? And I go up to him, and he's a really tall Indian guy, and I was like, I've never seen you here.
Oh,
what's your name?
Shit.
Camille.
Yes, I think I do remember him.
His name's like Camille. I'm sorry if I get it wrong if you're listening. Shook his hand, and I said, hey, man, my name's Katie. Like, I've never seen you here. Like, how'd you hear of the place? And he was like, I Googled it. Wow. I go, are you kidding me? He goes, my sister happens to live in, like, Plainfield. He's like, and, I do slam poetry, and so I just typed in open mic Joliet, and it was the first thing that popped up. And he's like, it looked wild. He's like, I had to come. And that's like, oh, God.
That's amazing.
That's the same thing with the balloon guy. I was like, hey, balloon guy, balloons, can you come every Wednesday? He's like, I'm from Georgia, Atlanta. And I was like, what?
That's what Electric
so
Wednesday
nuts,
is.
man.
That's amazing.
It's very eclectic, random group, but it's works really, really well.
I love that story for so many reasons. Number one, it's bringing people out that normally would never come out. Like, the guy, just take the guy from Texas, for instance. He, is into, the kind of crazy stuff that goes on at Electric Wednesday, did a Google search for it, and came out. And the impact that he had on your life at that point and everybody else that heard him is just unbelievable.
Yeah, I could have got tears in my eyes.
Exactly.
And his slam poetry was one of the most honest things.
It
was about him, being Indian and dealing with the stereotypes, like growing up playing baseball.
Yeah.
Like it was really heartfelt and just
that's amazing.
One of those moments that you're like, God damn, thank God this exists.
Yeah.
So many levels and so many reasons.
That's awesome.
Mm-hmm. Even that guy that came out like a couple weeks ago, you guys talked about last time from like Naperville. Even Naperville gets me excited. Right? I'm like, sweet dude. That's like, kind of
anywhere that takes a half an hour to get to is exciting for them to come here.
Yeah, it's amazing.
And like I said, I've said in a couple episodes, and I think there's no open mic like it in the area. There just isn't.
None.
Because it's for everyone. There's
the
music
place,
open mics
the
that are just for
people,
musicians.
everything.
There's comic open mics that are just for comics. But there's nothing really out there that welcomes both and all to it.
One of my main things I always say about it is it's a place you can go to that people are there to see music. They're not, I mean, yeah, the Hawks game could be on or whatever, you're glancing at, but they're truly there for the night. You got all eyes on you. They're not distracted. You know, maybe you're just talking quick to friends or having smokes, but like you're there solely for music, and it's just like cool. You know, not a lot of places around here, obviously saying anything bad, but like you can go there and you're just like, you can see the energy is not focused on it.
Yep.
And, you know, and that's why it's like the Donut is, this is the place.
Well, I've been to other open mics where there's a bar in Sherwood I've gone to. I went to look at, to do an open mic, doing stand-up. And I walked in, and there were TVs everywhere. And there was no seating in front of the stage. And there was an entire room full of pool tables in the back. And I'm like, this is the worst place for even a musician to try to play because no one's going to pay attention to you. At the Donut, there is a TV. A TV. That's it. Just the one. And so if there is a Hawks game on, people might glance at it.
Yeah, you could check the score, you know.
Yeah, but I mean, you're not surrounded by the sports bar mentality of people are here to get hammered and watch the Bears or whatever. People are there to see music on Wednesday nights, which is always nice.
That's so cool.
And from a comics perspective too, that's one of the best rooms I've ever played in because it's so small. I've played big rooms, the coffee houses and whatnot, where it's just so big that if it's a crowd the size of the Donut in a bigger room, it will not work nearly as well because there's so much empty space. Laughter is contagious. I always say. The person next to you is laughing, you're going to laugh too. But if there's 3 seats between you and the next person, they're going to be on their computer doing homework, which happened when I did a show in Western Illinois. I was like, oh, the coffee house is having an open mic. I'll go there. Kids are on their laptops doing homework like Friday night. I'm just like, son of a bitch.
If I was doing comedy, I would have just made fun of every single one of them.
Oh, God. I tried.
You tried?
They were fucking neck deep in homework, man. They were
just fucking stop.
Yeah,
I gotta write this paper. Oh my God.
Go to your dorm room.
Yeah. What are you doing here?
It was annoying, but I mean that's one of the great things about EW. By the way, I'm gonna get that tattoo soon.
I want a lightning bolt.
I'm gonna get the E lightning bolt and W.
Me too.
That's awesome.
We should all fucking get real and do it together.
I want to get an ass tat.
Get EW on your booty, please.
I want to get an ass tat.
I know a guy who got an ass tattoo because he was afraid his parents would find out he had gotten a tattoo. So it was like the only place I could get it was on my ass.
I knew a chick like
they're
that.
not gonna look at my ass.
Yeah, you can see
Just get
everything.
an ass tat, man. That's the way to go.
You should show yours off though, like in the summer, wear a weird Speedo.
Oh, fuck yeah.
Are there normal Speedos?
They're all weird.
That's what I'm saying.
Every single one.
All of them. That's why I hate Disney World.
Oh, man.
Weird.
Dude, Disney World is awesome, though.
Do you know they have 200 cats on their property that they let there just to like
roam
they
around?
Because
In
like
Disney
they
World?
kill the mice and like the bugs and
Pest
stuff.
control, yeah.
That's amazing.
Yeah, they just hang out.
I did not know that.
Yeah, online stuff.
Yeah. I Googled it.
It was
guys.
like 21 reasons or 21 things you don't know about Disneyland or Disney World, and like Doritos were made there.
What?
They were created
What?
there. Look it up.
Oh my God.
I'm gonna
That's
get
the
on
one
my
that
phone
blew my
shortly.
mind.
Yeah, like I don't. That's
Just weird
That's pretty
stuff, you
wild.
guys. Like really, like hidden things and like you know.
That's kind of like Electric Wednesday, though. Like, there's always weird shit that happens there.
I was in the episode with Zach. I was talking about the first time I came there. There was a dude dressed in a bear suit.
That was Matt Riffle.
Yeah.
That was Ed the Bear. Basically, Zach found that costume at the thrift store. Like it was just the head, and he brought a suit. Well, we were like, dude, Matt, get in this costume. We'll like throw you a few bucks and a few beers. Like, do it. And he was like, I'm not gonna get in that dumb costume again. Like, but it's funny because like it happened maybe 3 times. But it'd be funny. All of a sudden, like he'd go in the basement and walk out and like shake people's hand and like do. He kept doing the Bernie. That was like his that was Ed's signature move. Edward the Bear. Yeah.
That's amazing.
Actually, like. For a while.
And the paper towel gun. I remember that shit too.
Yeah, that was the dudes from
paper
Harvest Moon's paper towel gun. Zach knows the dude pretty well. He's like, yeah, take it. Like, oh, that was wild.
Yeah,
I mean, it looked pretty easy to make. We should probably make another one.
Yeah, let's just start
snowblower with some paper towel roll at the end.
We should just start making stuff and just doing shit at EW.
Yeah.
If anybody wants to help me make stuff.
If anybody wants to become the bear again.
Dude, we used to have like buttons and like koozies, T-shirts. Like, do you guys remember the sign Connor McLennan made?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was awesome.
It got somehow.
Where'd it go? What happened to it? Somebody steal it?
Stanley threw it away. If anyone knows Stanley, you know he's a pack rat, and he definitely threw the one thing away that like met me and Zach were pretty upset about that. But if you ever go on the EW page, it's like one of the cover photos back in the day. But it was just Connor's artwork is so insanely amazing. He made this giant canvas, handmade, built it and everything, built a stand so it stood up. And he did one side, it was like his crazy guy, and out of the mouth said EW open mic, and on the back was like another cool guy. But we would put it in the street. And like that's how slow it was that we would have to somehow draw attention to 30. Yep. Like I used to buy balloons. That was the thing. I got off at 5 o'clock. I'd go to the dollar store. I'd buy like 3 red balloons or like a new sign or something crazy and like stick it on 30 just to be like, hey. But yeah, like and then like one of the times we got so crazy with the chalk. I want to say it was the second open mic. It was super early in the year, and like me and Zach traced each other on that street where the front parking lot is, and like drew giant arrows that just pointed to it. Like you seen every car turn on that street and they just slow down. They're like, what the hell is this?
Oh my god, that's awesome.
Yeah, like what does this say? Or whoa, what's going on there? And that was like the whole point, you know. Now it's like if I put balloons out there, and I don't know, could more people really fit in there?
I don't think so.
No, yeah.
We just got to get that liquor license outside.
Yeah,
and then it's game on.
You know what it is? It's the neighbors.
Yeah. Fuckers.
Yeah, they're a bunch of turd bags.
Turd bags.
Oh no. Turd bags.
Hey. Turd bags aren't all that bad.
One could say turd bags are not all that bad. Like 99% bad.
Like 98%.
Yeah. 98.9. All right. That's been this episode of the Electric Wednesday Unplugged podcast. Thank you for listening.
Thank you, Katie, for coming on.
You're very welcome. Thanks for having me.
All right. A couple things we want to plug before we leave. This Saturday, May 31st, is the Highway Ruger Bandits CD release show featuring Travis Zofield, Wally Tusk, and the Film Club Bear Club. That threw me off for a second. Delta 88, and one more band to be announced, and the Highway Ruger Bandits, obviously. Woo-woo. It is a free show, so come out to the Drunken Donut, 821 Plainfield Road in Joliet, Illinois, from 7 to 12 a.m. 7 p.m. to 12 a.m. So. And
really quick, June 6th or 7th, whatever, Saturday, is Kyle Street's birthday party from Bad Saddles. And they're performing, Skin Dance is performing, I think maybe a couple other ones, but it's just going to be a party.
Comedy that night as well.
Yeah, so like.
Possibly Element Control.
So basically another awesome, another awesome.
The weekend after that, right, is the Kickstart. It just keeps
going.
It really does. The weekend after that is the Kickstart,
right?
Which, I don't know who we have booked for that. I know we're booked for that one. This is the way the world ends is booked for that show. Mm-hmm. I don't know who else.
A couple others to be announced for sure.
Is booked for that one. And then the weekend after that Friday, June 20th, is the next stand-up showcase night. And that bill will be released soon. Woo! And then July, I mean, if you want, it just keeps going, really. Summer's going to be very, very cool. This scene out here has turned into the fucking Energizer Bunny. It's just it has. Especially once summer hits, man. And going, and it's great. I can't fucking wait. It's going to be wild. Right? Yeah. So, we will see you guys this Wednesday. Yeah. Please come out and support. My band will be playing that night. I think Atlan's Island might be playing. Authority Jam. Authority Jam. I'm sure the Brad. I mean, I'm sure everybody that we love will be playing. It's gonna be wicked cool this week because of the 2-year anniversary deal. 2 years birthday. Happy 2 years, EW. Oh. Yay. All right, so wait, hang on. Oh no! Have you guys seen that commercial with the fucking teddy bear? That it's like a Febreze commercial or something, and the fucking teddy bear is like, wee! He fucking falls back on that fucking. No. Oh my god! I lost. Sounds like the Downy I lost my fucking shit. I lost my shit when I saw that. Oh man! But anyway, yes. Continue. All right, so. This has been Otter and
Alex.
Thank you very much. We'll see you guys this Wednesday, and you'll hear back from us soon.
We love you.
Much love.
Bye.